With the magnet, we search for metal chips in the old oil. I think it is absolutely clean. Oil filter housing. So this is how we have to remove the oil filter before we drain the motor oil. So according to the workshop manual, 6 complete turns must be done counterclockwise with the oil filter housing. Oil the engine oil to drain, remove the oil filter, and then O-ring seal must be renewed, so this is part of the new filter kit. We must lubricate the new O-ring with fresh motor oil, and then it has to be torqued with, where is the torque? 28 Newton meters. If you remove the oil filter housing, you have to use a 32mm socket, and we have to rotate it 6 complete turn counterclockwise, so like this. Remove the old oil filter. This is quite a debacle, and we have to dispose the old O-ring. We clean it up a little bit. We use Man, I don't know the right pronunciation filter, quite popular, good quality, German brand. We insert the new O-ring, which has to be lubricated with fresh motor oil. And we insert the new filter. Is it symmetrical? I don't know.
Yes, it is.
Okay. The manual says that the O-ring seal has to be lubricated with clean motor oil. the filter doesn't have to be primed with oil, and the torque, the housing torque, is 28 Newton meter. Oké, így beteszem. Mehet. Here we insert the oil filter housing. Our torque is 28, so this is 25, 26, 27, 28. Click, click, click. We removed this body armor, and this is the bottom of the oil pan, and here is the oil pan plug, the screw that has to be undone to drain the oil. Ezt egy picit megérdemelted. De ez nagyon kemény.
Milyen francia van ez így meghúzva?
The oil drain plug got stuck so much that we can't remove it with a regular socket. Now the bolt is really rounded and doesn't move. We have to use a bolt extractor, and that will be the solution. So here is the 13 mil. The outside is 19. So I have to put it on the bolt like this. So this has special tooth inside, and it can grab on the bolt even if it is rounded. In our case it is already rounded, so a regular socket doesn't work. It is already loose. I just demonstrate how we did it. So then I put a 19 mil long wrench on it, and then I can remove it like this. We did some research on the internet, and this is quite common that the oil drain plugs get stuck, and there are some articles which suggest to heat it with a torch, but we decided to go with the extractor tools. The downside is that you destroy the board, but this is not a problem in our case because it has to be replaced anyway. And now we open the drain plug.
Jó helyre, tedd le a vezet. Mellé is még. Két helyen folyt.
Igen, köszönöm.
Jó, hogy tettünk a nylon.
Sok menni.
It's quite dark. After 110, 12,000. According to the workshop manual, we have to let it drain for 10 minutes. Now we insert the new screw. It has to be replaced according to the workshop manual. The oil is still dripping, but we waited 10 minutes as it was required. The drain plug screw has to be torqued to 23 Newton meter. Click, click. Here is the old oil pan plug. You can see that the screw head is completely damaged and rounded. In the owner's manual we can find that 5W30 motor oil is required with this old specification, which is not available anymore. When the car was produced, that was the match for the car. It says if it is unavailable, the ACEA C2 can be chosen as a replacement. And for this, I think the Castrol Magnatec 5W30 C2 is a perfect choice. We went with this oil, and we can find the capacity that is needed. Engine oil refill and oil change for diesel engine. This is 5.9 liters. And there is an ongoing debate on the internet if this 5W30 is sufficient for the European climate. According to the LR Times Christian, the 30 it has a too low viscosity for the German and also for the Hungarian climate, and he suggests to use 5W40, but we weren't brave enough to convert our car to 5W40. Maybe next time. We'll examine the oil filter. The old oil filter, we are looking for metal chips from the bearings. Some chips, to find some chips it is normal. We will see. I think it is absolutely clean, which is incredible as the vehicle has more than 300,000 kilometers in it. Nothing, not even a single chip. With the magnet, we search for metal chips in the old oil. We just make several rounds here, and then we will examine the surface of the magnet. So we clean the magnet with brake cleaner, and there is one bigger one, big chip, and very fine metal powder on the rim. We replaced the valve filter, which is inside this box. Got a lot of screws around here that we have to undo, and then we can so this side up, you have to remember. Not that bad. I think it is pretty clean after 15,000 kilometers. So this is the new air filter, man.
What is it?
The last step is replacing the cabin filter, which is in the glove box. Behind the glove box we have to press these two hinges, and behind this hatch there is the cabin filter. Which can be pulled down by pulling this,
It's quite easy to remove.
and we have to pay attention to the airflow direction, so the arrow has to point down when we put back the new one. It is quite dirty and nasty. So you can compare the color. It has to be white, so the arrow has to point down. And push back the new one. And ready! The workshop manual says that you have to check the oil level after running the engine at least 10 minutes. So this is the result. It is a little bit above the medium sign. I think it is okay. So I consider this oil change a success.